What's up? 7 October's here. Wanted to get on here to say happy 1 year anniversary to Somos Xicanas Anthology, that I'm proud to be a contributor. My poems slash song, Jaguar Warriors, featured in it. And I wanted to give a quick backstory of how that came to be, and then share some clips of pretty much this year being able to be in some of the locations and events that they had for the book tour, which is an amazing experience. Shout out to Luz Schweig, our editor, and Brenda Vaca, our publisher, Writer Roses. Thank you to both of them. Also very inspired to be part of such an amazing anthology, because there's amazing contributors, storytellers, writers, poets, just creatives overall. I'm just inspired to be among them as well. Very inspiring to be able to meet some of them. Not all of them, because it's I think like 80 plus, but it's been an amazing journey. And so I wanted to share some of those clips. But before I do that, I want to give a backstory. So try to make this quick. But pretty much in August of 2023, I submitted. There was like a call to artists. And I thought for some reason it was the beginning of 2024, but it was actually 2023 when I went back through my emails right now. So I submitted Jaguar Warrior and Chicana, which these are two poems slash songs that are featured in my second EP, From Chivalba to Aslan, which I can play Jaguar Warrior probably when I do the slides so you can hear the song. And so I submitted them, didn't think anything of it. Then the following year, June 2024, I get an email that it didn't get accepted. And just a little bit of background. At the time, I was more focused on my podcast and my art. My podcast is Nightmare on Sedgwick Avenue. It's pretty much where I blend my love for hip hop and horror. Love music and movies, but those are my two favorite genres. So I pretty much talk about with other creatives in either the hip hop or horror community. And I was doing that. So I was on a roll interviewing people and putting that on my YouTube channel. And so music, poetry, songwriting, I kind of had put that to the side a little bit. It was still like an outlet for me to be able to release my emotions and kind of be able to get rid of my anxious thoughts. But I hadn't really wrote as much as I used to. And so when I got an email in June of 2024 that I hadn't been accepted, didn't think anything of it. I was like, okay, well, maybe next time. And so that happened. Then Luz, the editor of Somos Xicanas, shout out to Luz, she emailed me in November of 2024 and pretty much told me that they were going through the manuscript and it had changed publishers, and my poem Jaguar really stood out to her, and she was wondering if it was still available to be published. And I had to respond by that night, I believe, if I remember right. And then I responded like right away, of course. I was like, yes, it's still available. And that's kind of how I became part of the Somos Xicanas Anthology. I was really proud that it was selected to Jaguar Warrior. Like I'm a really like superstitious and also like spiritual when it comes to like my ancestors and all that. And so the fact that I got this email in November, fun fact is Jaguar Warrior is at the time was the only poem and song that I mentioned my abuelita, may she rest in peace, my grandma, by her name, Rafaela. And so my grandma's birthday is November 7th. So it was November 10th when I got emailed. So it's a few days off, but I don't know. I feel like it was her like blessing me from the other side. And the fact that this poem is dedicated to her, my roots, it was like really like, I don't know. I feel like it was her blessing me. And so that's like the little connection that I have there. And then the following month is pretty much when it, released again today, December 2025, is a full year of Somos Xicanas. And I've been blessed to be part of this journey. Again, thank you so much to Luz Schweig, the editor, and Brenda Vaca for Writer Roses Publishing for publishing this amazing anthology. And shout out to all the contributors. I'm sure I'm not the only one to say this, but I really was inspired getting to be part of this community and this journey and being on book tours this year with them. And one of the things that I manifested last year in December of 2024 was like I wanted to work on my public speaking, because I have a huge fear of public speaking, even though some people might not think that, but it is. And the job I have, like I have a leadership role and I'm running meetings every day, but it's virtual. So it's not the same thing. And even then I still get nervous doing that. So putting myself out of that comfort zone, I'm really proud of myself being able to do that. And I wanted to share, like I said, in the next slide of, the tour that we got to do and different locations that I got to go. So shout out to Brenda and Luz for that opportunity and getting to meet all the other different contributors of this amazing anthology. Very inspired. And because of that, it was a huge catalyst too, to start taking my poetry and songwriting like seriously again, and kind of at the forefront. And it was a huge catalyst, besides my little sister, who was also working on her manuscript at the time and released her book. Somos Xicanas was a big catalyst for me finally releasing my poetry book and song collection, So pretty much is a collection of songs, lyrics, and poems, the Anxious Poeta. If it wasn't for Somos Xicanas, I wouldn't have been pushed and gotten that inspiration and that spark again, because I always wanted to do this. Initially, the book that I wanted to release years ago, it was going to be called Taking L's, Life, Love, and Loss. But at the time, like everything that I gathered together for this project didn't go with the theme. I want to really talk about mental health, my anxiety, but also my roots and all that. And I wrote new poems for this project, but I also had some older ones that went with the theme. So that's why I didn't go with the other title. But shout out to Somos Xicanas. Thank you again. Can't thank you enough. I already kind of rambled on, but it's been a life-changing journey getting to meet again other amazing poets, storytellers, creatives. So shout out to everybody that's part of this amazing anthology. And yeah, happy anniversary. And hope if you don't have a copy, definitely get one. I know there's like a giveaway going on too. So follow Somos Xicanas. A Riot of Roses Publishing as well. But here's the book again. I'll share the link of where you can cop this. Also, if you're interested in purchasing my book, The Anxious Poeta, you can also DM me. It's on Amazon. It's also at the Chicano Park Museum, and there's some copies at Baroque in Venice, California. But either way, you can hit me up. And thank you so much for tuning in, and stay tuned. In the next few slides, I'm going to share kind of the journey of being part of the book launch and the book tour, and all the amazing things that have happened this year, even though it's been a crazy year of ups and downs, like life always is, and everything going on in this political climate with our people being attacked. Being able to have this creative outlet and be able to share our stories and poems and art. It's art is resistance. So thank you for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoy the slideshow. Peace.
La mexicana que nació para grandeza. Si te acuerdas, me llamo Gabriela, la poeta, la mensajera con su trompeta llena de fuerza, la reina de la selva, mi mente en otra frecuencia, abierta mi conciencia, no soy de este planeta, sabiduría de una tolteca, sangre de guerrera, jaguar en mis venas, soy maya, indígena y azteca, Adelita son mis antepasadas, Emiliano Zapata, una revolucionaria, dualidad es mi naturaleza, soy buena y mala, geminiana, gemela y cuata, soy la verdad, nunca falsa, me traicionas y habrá venganza, la fantasma con sus barras, yo hago lo que se me dé la gana, destined for greatness since the day I was born, I'm prepared for war, I know the score, keep you coming back for more, the girl who's obsessed with gore, I'm nothing to fuck with, you've been warned, I'm a jaguar, got my battle scars, get my power from the stars, I am a god, I'm a jaguar, got my battle scars, get my power from the stars, I am a god, I'm a jaguar, got my battle scars, get my power from the stars, I am a god.